Yes. This is Intercontinental Sport TV back again with the preview match between Egypt versus Nigeria of Super Eagles. Today is the day from AFCON Cameroon 2020 of Nigeria. They're going live. They'll be kicking off their own first match. I think the match ended between I think Algeria versus Sierra Leone. It's nil-nil. Nobody scored in that encounter. But today, back again. Yes, we're going to do today. We're looking at the preview of the matches of the match that is going to take place very soon. It's all about Nigeria. Also, we'll be doing a watch along. We'll be doing fans reaction and also players rating. After the match, I think the team leaves, the team news is out um, of Nigeria. The Nigerian are out right now. This is what we have. We have Okoye as the goalkeeper. I know it's also there Umeru. Ekong then is going to be the captain of the side. And also we have Ianacho, chairman, and also Simon, also in the mix. Chuku Eze and Awuniyi. Yes, I think I like this lineup. I think I like this lineup, and it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. Let's quickly look into this Nigeria record in AFCON. We have played 93 games. Um, um, we have scored 109 goals. We won 60. We've won 50 matches. We've drawn 22, and we lost 21. And we've won three times this competition, three times in 1980, 1994, 2003 as the host. And also the top scorer of Nigerian side ever in AFCON is late Rashidi Yekini. Yes, we've been very reckoned with in this competition. No doubt about it. Let's look at Egypt, who we're going to play with. We have Egypt's record in AFCON. They've played 100 games, 25 to 33 editions. They've scored 164 goals, conceding 88 goals. They've won 57 goals, 17 draws, 26 loss. And they have won 1957, 1959, 1986, 1996, 2006, 2008, 2010. Three as the host. Wow, that's massive. And their top scorer, 12 goals, is Azan El Shali. Uh, that's a very good one. Standing by from Cameroon, our correspondent Umbuye is online right now. He wants right now. Let me quickly bring him in so that we'll hear from him what is going on. Yeah, Umbuye.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is Nigerian Day. We are going to. No, I'm not nervous. Don't worry. I'm trying to calm down. Today we have Egypt and Nigeria. We go again. So what's going on over there? Can you please tell us what is going on over there?
yeah. I think it is really a very big clash. This is a big clash. I think one of the greatest clashes as far as the AFCON is concerned, and I'm telling you that so much has been said about this encounter. But I think history is there. History is there. Some will be praying that and wishing that history should repeat itself. Why to some, they'll be saying that history shouldn't repeat itself. Please don't ask me who are those praying for or those praying against, because I think what I know is that prayers have been made. I don't know if they have been made by the Nigerians for or by the Egyptians against. And I think everything has been put in place as far as the room they adjusted to in Garwa is concerned. to have this cracker, because I think I'm sure this encounter at the group stage is going to be one of the encounters that I think that have so much to talk about, because
Yes.
these are two giants as far as African football is concerned. Keeping trophies aside, I think we should keep trophies aside, because I think we have to talk about trophies as far as the AFCON is concerned. We say these are not two giants, but I think as far as the football is concerned, these are two giants that will be facing each other today, and so much has already been put in place. So much has been put in place. If you look at the Nigerian camp, I think, according to reports, it shows that a delegation from Nigeria is arriving. A delegation from Nigeria has already arrived Garua, and that was the same situation for the Egyptian camp, where some 300 Egyptian supporters left Egypt to be today in this game. So I think it's a game where it's a game full of fireworks. It's a game full of countries that know what it means to be part of the African
Yeah.
Nations Cup. They know what it means to win the African Nations Cup. So I think it promises to be a very crucial one. And I think if you look at the situation, the Egyptians on their part, they have never lost an opening game in the last 20 years. The last 20 years, and that makes it 6 editions that the Egyptians have never lost an opening game. And I think in 2004, they won Zimbabwe in the opening game 2-1. In 2006, they won Libya 3-0. In 2008, they won the almighty Indomitable Lions of Cameroon 4-2. In 2010, they defeated Nigeria. I think we should repeat this one again. In
Please
2010, in an
don't
opening
do it.
game, in 2010, in an opening game, Nigeria suffered a 3-1 defeat in the hands of the Egyptians. And I think in 2017, it was a 0-0 tie against Mali. And in 2019, it was a 1-0 against Zimbabwe. And if you look at it from in the past 20 years, the Egyptians have failed to score in an opening match only in 2017 when they played against Mali. So I think maybe Nigerians will be hoping to see that this should repeat itself. And I think also looking at these two clubs, these two countries, we discovered that the only period that these two countries have recorded a good number of goals, that there have been a thriller. It was in 1963 when Ghana hosted the competition. The Egyptians beat the Super Eagles of Nigeria by 6 goals to 3, and that was when the current the historic Egyptian top scorer Hassan El Shazil. That was when he scored a hat trick. So I think today again we are witnessing a very crucial one. And if you look
Yes.
at where now Nigerians will be hoping for, will be at the situation where I think in the last few there have seen situations where Nigeria good performance as far as the competition is concerned. But I think it's a game where you have they'll play so much at the wingers, because I think Nigeria, just like Egyptians, they have very fast, very pacey wingers. So I think that's where the game
Yes.
today will be more concentrated. But also you have a situation where Nigerians will like I think during the qualifiers they showed a lot of the fact that they commit a lot of mistakes as far as the backline is concerned. If they are able to put these mistakes aside, I promise you, I think I will see a situation where the game is ending a stalemate.
Yeah. Thank you, Mbuye. So far so good in this competition. What is your opinion? What do you see in this competition so far? Is it the officiating side of it? Is it do you like it?
Yeah, I think look at the officiating side of it. I think there have been some improvement. There have been some improvement. Except of the situation in the Cameroon game, the disallowed goal that Cameroon scored. I think in the second half of the game, I think that to me shouldn't
Yeah.
have been an offside goal. And also considering the fact that the VAR took so much time to come
Too
back
much
to the
time.
same
Yes, I
decision.
noticed.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think that didn't make any sense. And also they
Mm,
say it is good to copy the right thing. You can
yeah.
copy what is happening in Europe. In situations like that, a video comes out with a line that with a demarcation that
Mm,
tells you if it is an offside position or not. But these guys, they took close to 3, 4, 5 minutes, and no demarcation, no line came out to
absolutely.
tell us if it was an
There
offside.
wasn't any line.
Yeah, there wasn't any line. So I
Yes.
think those are some of the issues that that really like they have shown that we are lacking in some ways. But I think the interesting part has been like what we saw today, where you can't predict the game. You can't predict the game. Also, the goals are not forthcoming. The goals are not forthcoming. That tells you the African play style. The African play style, Africans play in such a way that they don't give space, which makes it very, very difficult for teams to create that space,
To
create
create
chances,
space, yeah.
scoring chances. Yeah, and that's why you see most games it is either 1-0 or 1-1. So it's very difficult, and those are some of the situations that we shall be witnessing. We don't play with space. They don't allow space. The marking in African football is different from the marking we see in Europe or in the Western football. In the Western football, they
Absolutely.
mark space. But in the African football, they come to your body. I think that is what I think in football parlance we call it. We call it marking bumper to bumper. That means someone meets you where you are. They don't give you time to even
Bumper.
think. Bumper to bumper. I think that's what we call in football parlance. So I think it makes it very, very difficult. It makes it very, very difficult. But I think with time, as time goes, because as time goes on, we shall be having goals coming in. And why will these goals be coming in? These goals will be coming in because these players they might have been like facing some fatigue, and when they start facing fatigue, that individual markage will not be there. You will have a situation where they will give you space, and when they have space, you have that creativity. So I think the game today, or I think the AFCON so far has been a very wonderful one. But I will just go back to the situation, the issue of a vaccine, the issue of vaccine. It has been a
Yeah.
serious problem. Yeah, the issue of vaccine has been a serious problem as far
What
as
kind
the
of problem
AFCON
is
is
that?
concerned.
What's the problem
Yeah,
from
the,
your
the
own point of
decision
view?
that
Yes.
yeah, I mean the decision that all everybody coming to the stadium should
Okay.
have should have done this vaccine, and also the test results. They make it very, very difficult for many people to go to the stadium to watch games. And if you look at it, if you look at the stadium, look at the turnout, you begin to see what I'm talking about. You don't see that population. You don't see that population as it was or as many have expected. What people are mainly do now is they go to fan zone centers that have been created by individuals or institutions. They go there and sit there, get a bottle of drink, and they watch their game there. So I think those centers are now becoming more populated than the stadium. Where that's where we are having a situation. Many are supporters that have complained, lamented the fact that they should have instead asked them to bring the test results, be
Yeah.
it 20 valid 48 hours or 28 hours. That would be normal, because with Africans they have this phobia. They have this phobia for the vaccine. They have this phobia for the vaccine because you can agree with me that the way the vaccine came about, it wasn't introduced in a good manner. So many myths have been about the vaccine, and that is what is sending people away from coming to watch games. So I will tell you that these are some of the aspects that are even marring as far as turnout in the competition is concerned. Because I think the only impressive turnout that we witnessed that was during the opening game when the
Yeah.
Lions were playing. And I think I'm waiting to see what will happen in the second game, because this issue, just like what I was in Limbe today, and many people were complaining in Limbe that they wish they were taking just the test, the COVID test, and not presenting a test alongside
Wow.
the vaccine. So those are some of the issues that have been sending people away. And also looking at considering the fact that we also have crisis here, which are making others are scared to go to the stadium due to threats. But I think at that level, the government has done everything possible to see that everything goes on smoothly. Security is tight everywhere, and I think that has given people assurance. But now, I think the main problem remains that issue of the COVID vaccine.
Wow. Where you want to say something?
Yeah, I think like you were saying, we are like I was talking about the situation of creation of fan zone centers. I think
Yes.
especially in the southwest region, and it is also happening in other regions where these games are taking place. Just like in the southwest region, yeah, there's a fan zone center in just the gateway to the southwest region. I think that's the Tico municipality, where you have a fan zone center there that has been set up by the council. And in that fan zone center, you pay FCF a 200 francs which is not even up to $1.
Wow.
You pay it, you go in, you are able to buy your drinks, you sit and you watch the game in a giant screen. This has pulled more crowd than the stadium.
Than the
And
stadium.
yes, and
Wow.
why is all this happening? All this is happening because people are not ready to take the vaccine and go to the pitch and go to the stadium to watch the games. There's also another
Jeez.
fan zone center that has been created in Boya. That's the regional capital of the Southwest region where Pool F games are taking place. There's another fan zone center there, and it's also populated. You look at bars are populated, whereas people were like expecting to go to the stadium and watch
Stadium and what?
games. Yeah, because they have been hearing of these big stars. They have not been able to see them, to
See
watch them
them.
play. Yeah, like look at the session of
Hmm.
Riyad Mahrez today. Riyad Mahrez, when he arrived Douala, fans were
I saw
chanting, mostly
Mares. Yeah.
school kids were chanting Mahrez
Yes.
him. That was the same situation in the same situation you have in Garua, where people were chanting Mo Salah, Mo Salah. You have the same situation in Bafusam, where they were chanting the name of Mane. These are some of the things that Africans, Cameroonians are also ready to watch these stars where they are playing. But if you want to look at what is happening, when you go out of those stadiums, there's more population outside than inside. And what are they doing outside?
Yeah.
Just because they want to steal a glimpse of these players, since they know that they cannot like produce the vaccine and get to the stadium. So they prefer to just come and stay outside and just watch these players when they are alighting from their car, from their bus. So I think something needs to be done.
Done.
If CAF wants
Absolutely.
us, if CAF wants to witness a population coming out, filling the stadium to watch games, I think they need to review. They need to review these measures.
Yeah.
Be it remove the level of the vaccine, of the COVID vaccine, and allow it at the level of COVID tests, 48 or 24 hours valid. You will see people coming to the stadium. People will be there to watch their games
Hmm.
because Cameroonians, they love football. Africans as a whole, they love football. So I think tomorrow we shall be again at the Limbe Omnisport Stadium, where we shall be witnessing Tunisia clashing against Mauritania. We shall also have
Yes.
no Tunisia against Mali. That's another big clash. Tunisia taking on Mali, and also you have in the second game you have Mauritania that will welcome Gambia.
Gambia.
Gambia, they are debutants as far as this AFCON is concerned, as far as the AFCON is concerned, and they will be looking forward to start writing their history in the AFCON. So I think it promises to be a very crucial day tomorrow in Limbe.
All right. Please, just want to ask, this is the preview of the match between Egypt and Nigeria. You are from Cameroon. If you look at the match about to be played in 30 minutes, 29 minutes from now, what's your take between what do you see? What's your own point of view in regards to this match between Egypt and versus, you're neutral. You're looking at from different. You think is going to come after this match?
Yeah, I think, like I earlier said, it promises to be a very crucial game. It will be a game that will be mostly
Yes.
played using the wings. Yeah, because I think the wingers for both sides are very pacey. Yeah, they are the wingers. Both sides have pacey wingers, and looking at it from the direction of the Egyptians, if Nigeria is able to catch, if Nigeria is able to catch Mo Salah, I'm sure they're able to catch Mo Salah.
Mo Salah.
They'll have a good game. They might get a draw or a win because the Egyptians will be trying to rely more on Mo Salah, and if they're able to silence him, I think they'll have the goal. We're looking at also from the Nigerian perspective.
Yes.
Nigerians, I think they have a very good side also. But now this is a side that does not focus play on a particular player, which makes it very, very difficult for you to know which direction will be playing from. So I think goals
Yes.
or shots might come out or threats might be angles, which will
Yes.
make it very, very difficult for the Egyptians. Yeah, that's where the Egyptians will have difficulties because they will not know they don't know the playmaker of Nigeria, unlike the situation with Egypt, where everyone knows that
No,
the
it's
marksman, yeah, the marksman is Mohamed Salah.
only
So I
coming
think
through Mo Salah. Yes.
yeah, if they're able to catch Mo Salah, it will be a wonderful game for the Nigerians. And also, the Nigerians are able to also limit the number of defensive errors they make because during the
Mm.
qualifiers, they had a lot of defensive errors that led to goal. So if they are able to limit these defensive errors, I think they'll have a good game. But like I said, we know the Egyptians, they are working on a 20-year record of having lost an opening game. But like they say, records are made, records are maintained, and records are broken.
That scared me a little bit. Yeah. That scares
Yeah.
me a lot. I'm serious. Like they've been winning their first matches in this
Yeah, for the
competition. So it's
past 20 years.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
six
So
editions. And
yeah.
out of these six editions, they have been able to win three
Mm.
after winning their opening game. I think in 2006, when they defeated Libya 3-0, they won the 2006 edition. In 2008, when they defeated Cameroon 4-2, they won that edition. And in 2010, when they defeated Nigeria 3-1, they won that edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a side that we'll be looking for. This is a side that, if you look from their pedigree there on the screen, there it shows that they have been scoring goals.
Yeah.
They're a side that have scored goals.
They score
Imagine
goals.
scoring 164 goals in 100 games in just
Absolutely.
25 editions. It tells you a side. It tells you that this side is a side
Absolutely.
that, yeah, it's a side I need to reckon with when it comes to scoring goals. But now, what is limiting them in this edition is the fact that it's no longer the issue of where you have the likes of Abu Jeka, Asansal, where you have others
Mm-hmm.
that are like bringing in trade. You have Mohamed Zidane. I think that then you had a side where goals were coming from all directions. But
Absolutely.
now it is not. It has now been limited to one man
So
show. It's a one man show. Maybe you say
just
that it's
one
a one
man.
man show. Yeah, just one man show.
Yes.
A show where they rely so much on Mo Salah for him to change water into wine. But I think when it comes to Nigeria, it's going to be a situation where I think the home support also the support because I think a good number of Nigerians are down will be there today, and I think with those their songs of victory, I'm sure that today will be a very wonderful day for them because they have the number 12th player, which is the supporters. So I think to me, I would say so far it's a game where I see a draw in this encounter.
Draw. No, 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 no. We
I'm telling you,
no,
I
no,
see
no.
a
Super
draw.
Eagles will win this match. I mean it.
I'm,
It's just
I,
2 goals
I
to
see
nil. We are
I
going to
see
beat
a draw.
Egypt.
No, that would be a very difficult one. That'll be a very difficult one considering the fact that despite relying so much on Mo Salah, the Egyptian
Yeah.
sides also they are organized. They are organized when it comes to fueling the attacking threats from the opponent. I think they also have a very good side when it comes to that. But I think, like I earlier said, it's a game where it will be a very, very tactical game. It's
Yeah.
very, very tactical game
Very,
because no
very.
side, no side will be willing to open the game because
Mm.
a little bit your opponent to you. So it'll be a game where it will be so much be based on tactics, and you discover that the game will be so very, very solid that you will not even see see have chances where a good number of passes have been made, especially especially in the part of the field of the opposite side. Will be very, very difficult because this side they know that there's a threat. And also one thing that will be that will happen as far as this encounter is concerned will be the reliance on counter attacks.
Mm.
Counter attacks will be the order of the day. The Egyptians, just like other Maghreb countries, Tunisia, Algeria, they are known for that pacey game. They are known for counter attacks.
Yes.
Meanwhile, if you look at
Counter
football
attack.
in the
Yes.
West region, yeah, football in the West region is more of manhandling. meeting that energy wise, meeting your opponent bumper to bumper, like they say in football parlance, meeting your opponent bumper to bumper to over challenge him. Meanwhile, up at the Maghreb, the North African, there is a pacey game, a very fast one. So this is a game where you have two styles of African football that have been facing each other today. You have the pacey style from the north, the fast style from the north, and you have the style where you rely so much on your ability, your power to over challenge your opponent. That is what we shall be witnessing today. And if you discover that at the end of the game,
Yes.
Nigerians will have caused more fouls than what than their opponents. Why? Because they'll overshadow them as when it comes to morphology or when it comes to body power. So it's going to be a very tough one, a very, very tough game. I think it's a very nice, interesting game. It's an interesting game, one of the biggest games in the group stage. And I think these are the games where
Yes.
football makers will rate African football.
African football. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Uboye. I want to bring in Kunle in. Um, I think he's standing by in Lagos. He wants to give us an opinion. Let me bring him in. Kunle, Egypt
Boss, good,
versus
good
Nigeria.
afternoon on this side.
Somebody
Yeah,
is telling me Nigeria will lose. Who
good
is that?
afternoon, Saboye.
Abdallah.
Good afternoon,
No,
How
no,
you
no.
doing?
Kule.
Who is that person?
Happy birthday.
All right,
Oh,
thanks,
I
bro.
lost him.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
I lost him. Somebody sent a message says Nigeria will lose. Who is that person? Don't say that. I think that's that's from Egypt. That person is watching from Egypt. Yeah, Kunle, we lost you there. Yeah, right
Yeah,
now I sent a chart that says Nigeria will, and I rebuke it straight up.
Nigeria will. Well, okay. I was greeting some boy. Happy birthday first and foremost. Cameroon gave you a
Thanks
very
so
nice
much,
win on your.
bro.
Yeah, I know.
No,
Cameroon
it
gave
was
you
a
a very
wonderful
nice
birthday
win on your
gift.
first. Oh, it
It
was
was a
very
nice
Yeah.
but,
one.
but it was a funny but it was funny though, like two penalties. I was expecting real goals. Why two penalties? I'm not
Yeah,
disputing
I
though.
think.
I think I dispute the first goal though. It was kind of funny. It didn't look so strong, but yeah, the second one.
Yeah.
But a good win regardless. A good win regardless. Yeah, so
No,
boss,
truly, I
down to
think.
our game. Yeah, sorry to break you in. Yeah,
You
you
want to
were
say
saying
something?
something.
No,
Yeah,
I was just
sorry.
asserting what we were saying. I was just confirming what we were saying
Oh,
regarding the
okay.
win. Yeah.
Oh, okay, no problem. I hope we do meet so that we can give you a final revenge again, though, like for those years.
We'll be on the
Really,
same page.
yeah. We
I,
are on that. We
I,
are on that.
I don't. I just want we meet you guys in the finals, so I'll just go back and be reading my history books.
Well, on today's game,
Yeah, we have this lineup. Yeah, see, are you happy with this lineup, Kunle? This team
the
selection.
best lineup is the best lineup we can have now. I mean, we can't have a
I
better.
think
I
so.
mean, this is best we can bring because are you telling you want to bring in? Okay, well, I could say maybe not starting Iwobi or maybe Onyeka and say yeah, Iwobi and Onyeka only my okay and maybe Ejuke in place of Simon Moses. But
What about
you know,
Musa?
this is nah. Ahmed Musa is just there to rack up the stats.
The
He's already
experience, yeah, with the
yeah, he
experience.
has already said it that this is going to be his last AFCON. I mean, like, there's really no energy or fire from him again. Yeah, we know he's only, well, people say, yeah, he's 29. And even though sometimes some people claim that that is not true, that he looks older than, hey, we are dealing with official age. We are not here to contend about.
Yeah,
But,
we didn't give birth to
therefore,
anybody.
I don't. You understand? You understand? You know, the funny
Yeah,
thing
for
is, some people
sure.
were actually claiming the same thing too when they said Vicente Abubakar is 29. That thing was trending here in Nigeria. His picture, you know, there was this picture. I think when he scored the first goal, there was this picture of his that was so it was trending all over here in Nigeria. That see 29. I see. Let's stop complaining. That is what is on their see. That is what is on their passports. That is what is on their birth certificate. So let us deal with it. So apart from that, I think this is a. Some people might say this is the Genotro team that they were expecting something, but I mean, like, but you can't really expect something really different because um, we have to go with our strongest team, and the truth is, this is the strongest from among the crop of players that we have. And what better than to use the team that you know has been giving you results? The results might not be pretty,
Yes.
but the fact is, get the result and get the job done. And this is the team that can get that job done. So this is not the time to say you want to start experimenting with players that you've not used. Like you want to start using maybe Tyron Ibue, who I can't remember when last he played. I mean, it is better for you to use an Olaino who has been very much being part of the Nigeria squad. So I see no problem with the squad, well, but it's dicey though.
Colleague, we have a chat. Somebody, Ace
Yeah.
just dropped a message. Can you read it from your
Okay.
side?
Um. No, I can't.
It
I'm actually
says, it
using my
says
mobile.
no. Okay.
I'm
It
using my
says no
mobile phone,
creative.
so I can't really see.
Okay. It says no creativity in this Nigerian lineup.
Well,
Iguamoyo
okay,
seems
agreed,
sticking with
but
Roy's philosophy.
no, that's what I'm saying. That yes, you're saying there's no we understand, but where is the creativity from the bench? If we want to be true, it's Iwobi, and we know very well that Iwobi. No, and we know most times Iwobi is not really the best of the best. You know, he's really sometimes not that. You know, okay, that's where we can see maybe
Educate.
Educate, Educate, and Iwobi. And the truth is, I think it is okay if Educate comes from the bench. At least we're having Samuel Chukwueze,
Yeah.
which I feel isn't bad. Yes, you understand. So yeah, we know there's that issue of creativity, but hey, what do we want to do? I mean, even when we had Osimhen, there was also still that problem of creativity. So what do we want to do? Honestly,
Mm.
I mean,
This is the
this is
lineup for the lineup
yeah.
from Egypt. There's only
Mm,
one. There's one or two names that is very strong. I mean, Trezeguet and Eleni of
yeah,
with us for
yeah,
Arsenal, and this main man, the
yeah. Mohammed,
hot man. How do you think we can deal with this guy?
yeah.
How do you think Super Eagles should deal with this guy? Because
Um,
Gandhi, you're laughing, Buye. That's I know what I'm talking about.
um,
That guy, I mean,
well, for
so Kule,
me
what do you think? How do we?
though,
Yeah,
well, for me, I don't really see. I feel we can handle him. There's really nothing there. I mean, if the defense are very disciplined and all, maybe not try to give him too much space and all. We should be able to handle him. I see no bill. I mean, I've seen teams in the Premier League and other that have done this very well. So I see no reason why a true Stekong or Kenneth Omeru cannot.
oh, no,
He
Kule,
says he
there's another
disagree.
chat from Anthony. He says,
Yeah,
Kule, I
yeah.
disagree with your
Are we
assertion.
gonna?
Our
Yeah, he says
wingers are
I'm
not good
gas.
enough to cause the
No,
Oh,
I
then who
think
is the
defuse any
person? Then
scare. So
who?
we have to win our battle.
But
I
yeah,
think
okay, the midfield of the pack. But then I'm sure as Saeed knows that we don't really have the strongest of midfielders. I mean, like, look at came with four. How many central mid we come with? If is it only two? Or okay, sorry, three, which is Joe Aribo, Ndidi, and Onyeka. And last time I checked, Ndidi is like the defensive midfielder. So the creativity, this thing will come from Aribo. And if we look at it, Aribo has not really been very that solid of late. I mean, after since that his first game
Mhm.
where he scored against Brazil, or was it against Ukraine that he made his debut? After then, I think he now scored against the Brazil game. Aribo has been there really.
Oh, look at this again. Eyes is
So,
saying Ekong and Omeru
what do
handle Salah. Fingers crossed to see them get.
But why can't but why can't they do it? I don't
trouble
understand.
in the
Why can't they
house.
do it? No, look, you don't know. The thing is this: you don't have to be a quality. You don't have to be. I don't believe you have to be top quality before you can handle Salah and all. Like we've seen where Salah has been made quiet by smaller teams in
It's
the
rare,
Premier
Kole.
League.
It's
So,
very, very rare. Very rare.
so what is wrong? I mean, and I think it's not the first time that Salah is going to be coming up against Nigeria. I think they came up against each other in 2017. I think in a World Cup qualifier that was played, was in Kaduna also, and I think we won. Okay, we drew. Then they went to Egypt, and I think they the chance won 1-0. But
Yeah.
it's not like Salah was. I can't remember if Salah played though, but I'm honestly I see no reason. And then let's not forget that sometimes Salah doesn't seem to turn up the way he plays for Liverpool. He doesn't seem to normally turn up that way. Where sometimes Salah is missing entirely in a game. And one thing about Egypt, that's one of the things I point out about Egypt. Egypt tends to focus all their attention on Salah, and the problem is that once Salah is missing, Egypt, once Salah is missing, the whole of Egypt is missing. He is the go-to person for all the goals and all that. And I don't really like that arrangement. Yes, something should be able to come from the likes of Trezeguet, the other players that they're maybe El Neni in midfield and all, but because of all the attention and all the stardom that is on him. Because I can remember in 2018 where they were trying to rush him to get him to the World Cup when he was injured. But come on, I mean, you have other players. Why should everything be about Salah? So
They've replied you again. They said the Salah of then is not the Salah of now.
yeah, Salah. Well, we'll
think,
see. We'll see. Though. We'll see. We'll
I think
see. This is a tournament.
What do you think about Salah?
No, I think
please,
there is
what do
one
you think
thing
about Salah's form right now? Yeah.
There is one thing which is very, very certain. Two competitions are never the same. Just like two football games can never be the same. We have seen situations where African players are excelling abroad, but when they come to the African Nations Cup, they are suffering. They find it very difficult to gel with each other. So I think somebody like Salah, we shouldn't be surprised if he ends up not producing what many are expecting from him. Yeah, because many were expecting today that playing against Sierra Leone, Mahrez might be sending signals to Pep Guardiola there in Pep Guardiola and Man City fans that they are missing goals that he's scoring there. But look what happens at the end of the game. The scoreline was a virgin one. Imagine playing Sierra Leone. So I think these are some of the issues that we need to look at. African football is very, very tough. I earlier said this. African football is very, very tough. It's not like the football you see in Europe. Like I earlier said, in African football, they don't expect you, they don't give you space. They don't give you that space to play. They meet you. They make it very, very uncomfortable for you. And that's why you see most at times there are a lot of fouls committed in each game. So that is all African football. There is no space for you to play with.
I'm sorry. Let me read his comments. It says a Guavon should stick to a 3-5-2 formation so we can curtail the threat of Salah. So he not isolated with our left back. Okay. What do you think about that?
I think
3-5-2 formation to hold just one man.
No, I think going for a 3-5-2 will instead be at the detriment of the Super Eagles if the objective is to block Salah. Because if they are playing a 3-5-2 a situation and they decide and the Egyptian coach decides to just place Salah on the counter attack position, it will be very, very difficult for them to play because once Salah is able to break in, will envelope the ball, will curl the ball, and when he curls the ball, that's all.
That's all.
So I think, so I think playing that situation will instead give room to Salah. Give room to Salah because Salah is a player that needs space. And in a football match, there is no space for Salah to make his moves and create chances. It becomes very, very difficult. So I think I will not buy with that idea
Absolutely.
of going with a back three.
Back three.
It is very, very difficult. Yes, a back three. This was when you bring a back three just for a game, for a purpose to block one person. We should not just talk about Salah. We should have in mind that there are other players in the Egyptian side. The other players in the Egyptian side. We have seen
That could
situations where,
cause havoc.
yeah, that could cause. Look at the game of today. Mahrez was on the pitch. If you have asked anyone that who was going to be man of the match in this game before the game could start, many would have said Mahrez. But what happened?
Yes.
A goalkeeper was man of the match. So that's the same situation. Maybe they might be, if according to what he's saying, if they go and focus all on Salah, and that is Salah's bad day, but the focus, the game has been played, or the lineup has been played, or the system has been developed just to block Salah. What becomes of Trezeguet and Mohamed? What becomes of their situation? They are there now, they are playing freely. So I think that should be, we should not like, a coach should not come out in a tactical way to focus just on a single player, because others also can play.
Yes.
So I think
Absolutely.
that should be something that we should really look at.
At
Looking
this
at
moment,
that.
we're going to end this preview in a short while so that we can join, we'll link up with the watch along. So we'll be watching the match. So I want to wrap up this going to watch along. Kunle, what do you think? Mbuye, what do you think?
I will go again.
Gives us a little bit of time to, at least prepare for the game itself. And yes, Samboy, I totally agree with all those things that you exactly said, because we like, and I like gave about the Mahrez analogy. It just clearly shows. Look at the case of Senegal too against Zimbabwe. Everyone were expecting, but look at it, like it took just a penalty. So all these things don't. That's why I'm saying that when it comes to Africa, Africa is a different ball game entirely. Sometimes you could, in Europe, you could see that form translate into the national teams in Europe, but in Africa, it's everyone himself, and the form is just very different. So the truth is, we might not see anything from Salah today, honestly speaking. There might not even be anything from him in the good faith. Believe me. So, and you can't, and one thing is, you should not use qualifiers, because qualifiers are also a different ball game. Oh, another.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, qualifiers are entirely different.
There's a chart from Ace again. It says the other Egyptian players are looking up to Salah as well to deliver the victory to Egypt.
That's where there will be problem. That's what I was saying. Well, if the focus is going to be on Salah, then see, because like Samboy just mentioned, like once, and that's the problem. Once Salah is off, Egypt is off.
Yeah,
that is the truth. If Salah is off, Egypt is off, and that's what I'm saying. That it should not be. They should be able to get inspiration from that. I mean, there's Trezeguet there. Okay, fine. We know maybe he's not playing that much for Aston Villa, but he's still a good player regardless. I mean, come on. I mean, what of the other players there in the team? Does everything have to be about Salah? Because all this talk about Salah, I feel that's why I probably don't really rate this Egypt team. I'm sorry to say that, because if you remember the Egypt team of those 2006-8 period, you had players all across board, from Abu Trika, Ahmed Hassan, Hossam. You understand?
Hossam.
There were Hossam. I forgot his name now. So there were people that could really, turn up for Egypt regardless of, and that is how it should be. But everything now just seems to be about one player for Egypt, and I feel it is very. And mind you, most of these players that time they were playing in the Egyptian Premier League. I think it was Mido and Amir Zaki, and these guys were not. They were not even starters. Funny enough, they were coming up the bench. Yeah, I think these were guys. Most of them playing for Al Ahly, and they were doing very well. So why aren't we seeing that? Everything now is about Salah. I'm sorry, but it's a danger.
in during the heydays of Cameroon, I think that was the same situation where you have players that in Europe they were not first players in Europe, but Cameroon was doing well when they come to the national team. I think this
Yes.
and also to bring this issue of Mohamed Salah, I think we can also bring into play the issue of the issue of Cote d'Ivoire, Zaha.
Yeah.
When Zaha said he was going to play for Ivory Coast, everybody was like, wow, wow, wow.
Wow,
When he
he's
came
going
for
to
the
be
World Cup for the Nations Cup, what happened? We all know the story. We all know the story.
Yeah.
I think he went back, I think, with a single goal. So I think these are some of the issues we need to know. Football
Exactly.
in Europe is not what is happening home. Africa has one
Yeah.
of the most difficult football competition, which is the
Yeah.
AFCON.
Yeah.
We shouldn't
I'm
minimize that
telling you.
fact. It's
I'm
a very
telling
tough
you.
competition.
Yes.
Very tough. Absolutely tough. You are spot on.
All right, guys. Let's go back, relax a little bit
Yeah.
before we go into the watch along. I'll see you guys on that program. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
Mbuye, for coming. Thank you for the update. Kunle,
All
we'll
right.
see you
Kunle,
later again.
best luck to
See
the
you.
to the Super Eagles.
No, no problem. We're good. We're good. We're good. Don't worry. We're
Because
good.
we want them at the finals because we know when they're at the final, they will just give it to us as usual.
Nah.
Yes, let's see after the we'll be coming back for the watch along for the match between Egypt and Super Eagles.